All right, guys, it is day 3. I don't even remember. Anyway, it's Friday. We're actually up against the clock. Sun just came out. We are expecting it to be cloudy all day today. Humidity is up. We have to get this primer down today. So what we got is really quick. Thank you if you're coming to visit Dad Bear DIY. Really appreciate it. I'm in a time crunch, so we're gonna be putting primer down today. So we got all the rust busted off. We got surface cleaned yesterday. We got it taped off. We have possible rain in the forecast today. That's why I'm trying to get this done. First of all, using a Harbor Freight gun, using rustoleum paint. I accidentally bought white primer instead of gray primer. Not that's that big of a deal. I'm going to use a 3-to-1 ratio with a smidge of magic catalyst hardener and a cap full of Japan dry to help speed up the dry. I've set the gun up. First time using one of these, so we'll see how it goes. Test patterns with alcohol were good, and I'm starting to mix the paint now, and then I'll get suited up and we'll get this thing on here and see if we can get some paint laid down. As you can see, it's kind of windy today. I really have no idea how this is going to go. So, wish us luck. Hit the like button, subscribe, get notifications so you know when we got new stuff out. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it, guys.
Always make sure your respirator isn't inside the vehicle you're trying to paint.
Vented goggles didn't do crap. All right, I've taken a look at it, and it's the paint that's on the tape is not tacky or anything. So we're going to go ahead and start to put down another coat. I've opened up the flow rate a little bit to what I believe is pretty much full flow, just to help get a wetter coat down this time. I'm also going to have to go a lot slower. And I'm putting on these goggles, or these glasses, because those goggles, it was so hard to see that I couldn't really tell how well it was covering. So let's get started again. Okay, so rookie mistake. When I was doing the other side, I was getting these drips. What it was sweat. Sweat coming out of the paint suit down my wrist. It was dripping. That's why I ended up putting the gloves on for the second part. Definitely helps. I don't have the gloves that you can pull up and over the suit. So just a heads up. If you're wearing one of these, they don't breathe, of course. And what do you call it? I mean, it just drips, runs down your arms, and it's really humid today, so that's another thing you got to kind of keep in mind when doing this. So we're going to get started again. Just mix the next batch. Hopefully this will be the last batch for the day.
I mixed a little bit more, so this should be enough to finish this last little bit and then do another coat, maybe 2. We still got just a little bit. I can see a spot on that first rib for the passenger side roof rack rails. Just a small spot that's still just a little damp. So we're going to wait a couple more minutes.
One thing I can tell you is that this is probably the hardest part of the vehicle to paint, just because of how high it is. It's flat. Trying to keep the gun spraying so that you're not getting an angled pattern. But I'm actually very, very pleased with this gun and this setup. And so far the mixture looks really good. It's drying relatively quickly, but not flash drying. And I'll be honest with you, with the exception of the hood, which is still going to be easier just because it's not as high and I won't have to be on a ladder to do it. I'm really looking forward to being able to paint laterally, and I know that's when we'll really find out if my paint mixture is working, see whether it runs or not. But I think like the first coat that I put on before I adjusted the flow rate a little bit, I feel like that first coat would have been perfect for a side. For the sides, wouldn't have run at all. I can't say that I think any of this would have run after even I adjusted the flow. And I think it would be just great. So I had hoped to be able to do the whole truck over the 2-week period that I was looking at, but right now with this weather system coming in, that's not going to happen. So, but since I had already stripped down the roof, and that's where that was really the only place I had any kind of rust. It was surface rust. And so to get that cleaned off and then get this primer down and just to fend that future off. So hopefully after this weather system passes, I'll be able to get back out here and the temperatures will still be high enough to be able to put paint down. So, but I think we're just about ready to finish up this side. A little touch of dampness there, but that's what we're looking at. So I'm going to go ahead and pause for a minute. I don't think I'm going to have, I don't know if I'm going to have enough paint to do an entire coat. And the clouds have changed to where you can tell they're holding water. And I want this to have the chance to dry before it starts raining. So I don't think I'm going to bother to put another coat on right now. So let's see. I think that's going to be it for the day. Yeah, I think that's going to be it for the day. If nothing else, we got that on there. I'd like to say that's, again, doing the roof is the hardest part. I'd love to say that I'm done with the roof. Of course I'm not, because this is just the primer coat. But I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, of course. Weather didn't quite work out the way I had hoped, but at least we were able to get the major part of this paint repaint done. So I appreciate you guys checking out the videos. I know we had a quick start and I didn't get it. I do these videos because, and I've explained this in my intro, which was done well over a year ago. I do it for a number of different reasons. First one is to show people that sometimes we sell ourselves short in what we're able to do, and we're a lot more capable than we give ourselves credit for. A little bit of research, a little bit of courage, and a little bit of willingness to make mistakes and learn from them. You can do a lot of jobs around your house that a lot of people just pay other people to do. And, you know, times being what they are, and things being more expensive than they used to be, any chance you can save some money and do something yourself with just a little extra investment in time is, to me, I think it's worth it. Second reason I do these videos is so that you can yeah, you can kind of see me bumble through it. When I started this and I talked about, you know, my kids encountering something and calling me and asking me for help or advice, you know, I thought, well, if my kids are doing it, I'm sure other people feel that way, and you know, they may be looking for the same sort of thing and may not have that voice. And over the last almost 2 years, our family has had a number of voices silenced by loss. So the value of life is emphasized, and living. The value of living is emphasized. I'm retired. I'm disabled, and there are days when it's hard to deal with that. When you want to do things and your mind or your body just doesn't want to cooperate. And it's real easy to kind of get stuck inside that room in your head where you're asking why can't I do this? You know, is this all I have to look forward to? It's not. It's not. It's November, and it's Veterans Day weekend, and we lose so many veterans to suicide that losing that purpose or being or having difficult making that argument against the why is extremely important. So doing these projects is therapy for me, and it's motivation for me. I mess up a lot of things. I do. This is not a perfect paint job. It will never be a perfect paint job. I'm painting outside. No, anybody who's done any painting will be like, why are you painting outside? It's ridiculous. Weigh the pros and cons, whatever. This isn't a show car. The whole reason I'm painting this car the way I'm painting it with rustoleum and whatnot is because when we go out on the trails, it gets scratched up. And after a while, it might look a little more scratched up than I want it to. And if I want to fix that, all I got to do is grab some rustoleum We know it's going to be around. I know how to use the gun now. I can come out, clean it up, put down a fresh layer of paint, and it looks nice. I could have I looked into it. I looked into having this painted professionally. And I kept asking myself, why would I pay even $1,000 for a cheap paint job just to know it's going to get scratched up? So, enough of my soapbox. I hope you guys like these videos. If you don't, it's okay. I don't care. Okay? If you found something in watching these videos, awesome. That's what it's meant for. Okay? Hit that thumbs up button. If there was something you saw that was either incorrect, not a great practice, could be done better, or something you liked, whatever, it doesn't matter. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Recommendations, always look for recommendations. I should have had gloves that keep sweat from dripping on the paint. I probably shouldn't be dancing around across ladders like that. We just had a power fluctuation. Odd. Let me see something real quick. Okay, we're still recording. That makes me think I definitely need to get this done. I don't think I'm going to put another coat on. It looks like we got weather moving in. Alright, I'll wrap this up. Thanks for checking out the videos, guys. Like, subscribe, notification bell. Comments. Put the comments in. I'm going to finish the way I always finish by saying take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and be safe. And this time I'm going to add, remember our veterans and the sacrifices that they've made, and at the sacrifices they make every day after. And because of the loss that my family and my neighborhood has experienced over the last year and a half, 2 years, I'll say this again. Don't waste any opportunity to tell someone how you feel about them, because those opportunities don't always exist. So do it while you can. All right? Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you later. Come back, check out new videos, and I hope you have a great day. And thank you so very much for our men and women who are serving right now and aren't home with their families because they're protecting our country and our country's interest. All right? You guys have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to Dad Bear DIY and day 4 of our trying to paint Jeep Cherokee. We had lots of rain yesterday, and we did manage to get everything primed, which was good. We got that on Friday, sprinkled on Friday, and then it rained most of the day yesterday. So today the plan is going to clean off the top, inspect the paint, which looks good so far. I'm gonna have to retape windows and everything, and then what do you call it? Then I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to mix up some of this aluminum. So thank you for checking out the channel. Hope you like the video. If you do, hit that thumbs up, and do us a favor, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can find out when we got new stuff coming out. If it's your first time to the channel, welcome. I hope you like the content that we put out. We got a DIY side, and then we kind of got a downtime side. which is really just a lot of me playing video games. But anyway, the stuff we're doing here, I'm just trying to demonstrate being able to, take on some projects that a lot of people would probably think are way over their head or too expensive or whatnot. And sometimes you just a little extra time invested in kind of researching stuff and taking, not being afraid to make mistakes can actually save you some money down the road. So I'm not a professional at any of this stuff. This is my first time painting a car. This is my first time using an air sprayer, paint gun. So this isn't a show car, obviously. So it's not super important for me to have like a perfect finish. We do trail rides fairly regularly and it gets scratched up, and that's the reason why I decided to do this on my own, because it's a lot cheaper for me to do it, and I can touch it up later if it gets scratched up or that kind of stuff. So, but I appreciate you coming by the channel. If you got, let's see, suggestions, recommendations, critiques, think ways we can improve things, encouragement, love encouragement, anything, say hi, whatnot, throw it in the comments, and I'll get back to you pretty quickly. Right now we're kind of in a not putting anything out just because of we're trying to get this done. It's getting cooler, temperature's starting to drop. So we want to try to get this paint on during the best possible conditions. I would not say this is the best possible conditions. We're going to get up to just about 70 today, maybe 71 tops. But I want to try to get this done before it starts getting much, much cooler. So thanks for stopping by. I'm going to go ahead and pause while I finish getting some of this stuff set up, but then we'll just be recording everything. So thanks for stopping by. All right, so we wiped off the top, blew it off with the air hose to get the leaves off, dried it, and went ahead and taped up. So next thing we're going to do is I watch the wasp land on the roof. Hopefully bugs won't be an issue today, but we'll see. Oh goodness. Anyway, we're going to go through the same cleaning process that we went through before we put the primer down. So I'm going to skip the soapy water this time. I'm just going to go to the degreaser, the tar and wax remover, and then follow it up with the rubbing alcohol afterward. So I'll be back in a minute. I kind of wish I hadn't waited so long to do this. The aluminum that I got a gallon of it, and I've had it at least a month and a half, if not more. God knows how long it's sat on the shelf, so it wouldn't really have done me any good. I think, it's like I should have had them shake the can really well, but I've had it long enough, it doesn't really matter. I stirred it with a power drill paint stirrer for the better part of 5 minutes. So, but we'll see how this goes. We'll go ahead and pause while we wait. All right, getting ready to put down the second coat. Wind and the leaves are a problem. The second coat is, I want to put down a more wet coat, but that's where I got to worry about the debris falling down. It'd be great if the wind was blowing a different direction. Of course it's not, so. I know I said I'm not really worried about the quality of this paint job because it's gonna get messed up, but it's really, really difficult still to not get super pissed about leaves falling on it. It's still really hard. All right, so we're gonna let that dry for 15-20 minutes because that was a thicker, wetter coat. And then I think we'll get one more coat on. I can't tell how much is in the canister. So, and since we put down a wet one there, we'll see what happens. So, anyway. Trying to stay calm, stay calm. We'll be back. All right, mixed up a small batch, just a small, that we weren't gonna have enough to do a third coat, so I had to make a little bit more. Try to get this one on nice and even, hopefully. Haven't had any leaves fall in a few minutes, so maybe we've lost some of the wind. That'd be great. Let's get this done. All right, guys. I think that's all we're going to put down. I did a couple of test shots there just to see what kind of pace I need to be passing when we get to these vertical surfaces where the paint can actually run. And I need to definitely, I don't need to go too slow. Otherwise it will run. Anyway, let me get out of this. Oh, if it'll come off, come on. There we go. Woo. All right, so painting that top sucks. The hood won't be as bad just because it's lower. But man, I hate that. I'm looking forward to painting the sides. It's just gonna be so much easier. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. That's 3 coats. I'm gonna see how that does. If I end up having to put down a 4th coat, I'll put down a 4th coat. I think I did get a small gnat up in there on the paint, so I have to sand him out a little bit. But that's it for right now. I'll get some I'll get a picture of it to post up on the site, and then that way you guys can see what it looks like. It's not great, but I'm not looking to be Michelangelo. So you guys have a great day. Thanks for checking out the channel. Remember, hit that like button and the subscribe and the notifications, and we hope to see you soon. And if you got any recommendations or anything you noticed or whatnot, throw it in the comments. Love to hear them. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. And be safe. Hey guys, welcome back to Dad Bear DIY and our continuation of the paint project for the Jeep Cherokee. We've had rain the last 3 days. We were able to get the roof done just in time, and paint's looking really good up there. So now we're starting to do the prep for the rest of the body, which is right now bagging up the lighting harnesses. I'm probably going to go ahead and remove the headlights so I can tuck those wiring harnesses back up in the cavities up there so that they're out of the way when we spray. And that's it. So thanks for checking out the channel. If you like the videos, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can be informed when we got new stuff coming out. Thank you so much for checking out the videos, guys. Welcome to the channel, and let's get started. By the way, everybody, today is that big boy's. This is the day we celebrate his birthday. That is Commander John Shepard. And today, he is 8 years old. I'm not removing the emblems on the side, so the Cherokee symbols are going to stay. And because of the way they're designed, I don't think taping them is really the best idea. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and paint over them, and then what I want to do is come back later with a contrasting color and accent them. I haven't decided whether I'm going to do an outline, like a black outline around it, or if I'm going to just do a surface coat of black or some other color. So alright guys, let me see, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get in a shot. We'll try getting a shot. As you can see, I had to move the Jeep forward just in case my air hose isn't quite long enough to get around to the back. So moved it up. Got passenger side taped off, not papered up yet. Got the windshield taped off. I started to put paper on. I was like, I know. I stop doing that. Get distracted. Get ahead of myself. Slow down. I need to do the driver's side. I need to tape up the driver's side, and I need to tape up the back. Hold on just a minute. Kate, stop digging. Stop digging. She knows better than that. Anyway, so I'm going to keep doing this. I just want to let you know what was going on, and we'll get back to you soon. Okay, guys. So I'm going to be, a lot of this is of course not going to be taped. I've got everything taped and papered except the two driver's side back windows, so the quarter window and the rear passenger window. All that's everything else has been taped and papered. It's starting to get cloudy. Not that I'm expecting rain, but it's about that time. So I'll see you guys later. Hey guys, welcome back, Dad Bear DIY. And look at that sun. 2 days. We got 2 days of really low precipitation chance. I think we're going to be good today. Wish me luck. We're going to finish taping out and papering up and start prepping surface. And hopefully we will be able to get all the prep done, and if nothing else, tomorrow is when we'll be able to paint. So hang in there with me. All right, so I'll tell you what my sanding preps are, or what I'm thinking about here. I can see a little piece I need to tape there. For the most part, I'm going to get the orbital sander out here, and I'm going to probably hit this with a 240. The hood, I might actually get the surface conditioner out again and hit that up. Not with the stripping wheel or barrel. I might use the 120 on that one, and then just because I don't want to have to prime it. And then like I said, with the orbital sander, I'll try to hit as much of that. And then any of the areas that I can't get with that, or any of the tight areas, we're just going to use like Scotch-Brite green pads to scuff those up and get those ready. So let me get that one spot I'm going to tape up there, and then I'm going to go ahead and put something here on the grill, and go from there.
Gonna do a quick test. See how this does on the hood here. Feel like we're gonna have to use the surface conditioner on that. I am gonna go ahead and move to start doing the rest of it.
Well, everybody, it's painting day. Before we get into doing this, I just kind of want to go over some of the things I've learned so far. The first thing is I'm actually really disappointed with this blue painter's tape from Scotch. And I've used this stuff in the past before, with no issues at all. But this stuff is just really not sticking well. And I think part of it has to do with the fact that I chose to go with a 1-inch tape rather than, I think a 2-inch tape probably would have been a better choice. So in the future, 2-inch tape. We're gonna have to keep an eye on these taped off paper parts as we paint, just to make sure they don't move. And I still feel like I'm going to probably end up scraping some overspray off of the glass. I have tempered my expectations for this paint job just based on the experience I'm having with the paper and everything, as well as the weather conditions. Temperatures are going to be good today. It's going to be dry today, but it is windy. So I am expecting a lot of overspray. There's not a whole lot I'm going to be able to do about that. But, again, doing this for the first time. So it's going to be a learning experience for me, and you guys get to see it. So thanks for checking out the videos. Give them a thumbs up and hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can see when we got new stuff coming out. Otherwise, I think I'm ready to go ahead and start mixing paint. So we're going to do that. Thanks for checking out the channel, guys, and let's get going. Alright, first hiccup of the day already. Had to break apart the paint gun, totally clean it out. Just mix the paint, and the way the wind's blowing, I may start on the back. So
we're going to start on this side just because of the way the wind's blowing.
that's the first batch of paint, and I was actually able to get 2 coats on there. I think I found a sweet spot in the gun, because that really went on a lot better and longer than I thought it was gonna last, and that was just under 20 ounces of mixed. I'm thinking that's looking pretty good. I'm still gonna make another batch and put down another coat, and then that's probably going to be it. I know I got a ton of overspray. I'm sure you guys saw that. Wind is, it's funny, right now the wind is less than it's been all morning, but it was forecast to be between 10 and 15 miles an hour. There wasn't anything I can do about it. This is my day to paint. So, and of course our river oak here is just like showering leaves down. And I don't know if you hear that big, they're dropping acorns. It sounds like a machine gun hole. Anyway, but that's, I gotta say, I'm tickled with that result on that first batch. Like I said, we're gonna do another one. I'm gonna go ahead and start mixing that, because this is gonna have had time to dry. So not too bad. All right, I'll be back.
All right, our next batch of paint. Hopefully this will get us 2 more coats for a total of 4. I think that's going to be it. I know that's only 1 more coat, but I put that one on heavier, a little bit more wet. I think that's a good stop point right now. Let's get this off.
So, like I said, I think that's where I'm going to stop right now, and we're going to let this dry. They're going to come out the next time. Get out here. I'm going to take some isopropyl alcohol, and I'm going to use that to just wipe down all the surfaces to get it, you know, to wipe down some of the overspray or build up, you know, whatever. We'll see how it looks, and then we'll do a follow-up from there. So there you go, guys. Painting our Cherokee. It is harder getting started than it is actually doing it. Convincing yourself that you can do this is probably the hardest part. The next hardest part is the prep. And if you do any kind of DIY, and you've heard, the prep takes the longest, and it absolutely does. Is this something you can do yourself? obviously. Do you need special equipment to do it? Kind of. You know, if you already have a compressor, it's really not that much more of an investment. Um, paint is definitely cheaper. Um, Guys, I bought a gallon of paint, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think I mixed 4 times, roughly 20 ounces, sometimes less. Well, most of the time it was less, but sometimes even smaller than that. But anyway, so I've still got a ton of paint left. So if this gets scratched up, which like I said, it's going to, because this is gonna go out on trail rides. Whenever I decide that it looks too scratched up, I can come out and do it, and I don't have to do the whole thing. I mean, I can, I can section it off. Definitely something you can do, and it's cheaper, way cheaper. I don't use like high-end tools. You know, that spray gun on sale, you might be able to get it for $10. Used to be $5. You could get it for like $5, but I don't know if we'll see that anymore. You know, whenever they go, and if the gun doesn't work great, you know, after you use it once, you can toss it and grab another one. It's not that expensive. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like I said, we'll do a follow-up after this has had a chance to dry and I've had a chance to wipe it down and really look at it. We'll get all the trim stuff put back on and see how it looks. So thanks for watching, guys. Remember, hit that like. Freaking acorns, man. Hit that like button and click that subscribe and notification bell. And thanks for checking out Dad Bear DIY, guys. I really appreciate it. I hope these videos are informative, entertaining, and from what I've been told about the sound of my voice, if you have trouble sleeping, I can, you can just put me on a play loop, and I've heard my voice can make it easy to fall asleep. You guys, have a great day. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you later. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and be safe. Bye-bye. Alright, hey guys. Just going to do a quick walk around just to kind of show you how the paint turned out. Came out this morning, they're wiped down. Mostly I just pulled a towel across the roof just to kind of, I guess, kind of sweep away any of the loose overspray. I knew there was going to be overspray on the roof, so I'm going to wipe that down with some isopropyl alcohol. Clean that top a little bit. Otherwise, I'm actually really tickled with the way the paint turned out. We ended up with 3 coats. The third coat I put on thicker than the first 2, and didn't quite leave me enough for a 4th coat in the batch of paint that I made. So I decided to just go ahead and go with 3. We're going to see how that does. But I was just going to do a quick walk around and show you. You can still see, some of there are imperfections, not so much from the paint, but just for the surface from sanding and prep. You can see a little bit of that line there, where the fender flare comes across the top. Like I said, the emblems, I left the emblems on, and my plan with those is I'm going to come back with a fine tip brush with some black gloss, and I'm going to outline those letters. Got some overspray I got to scrape off the windows, but and I know it's early and we got kind of shadows cast, whatnot, but it turned out I'm very pleased with it. Again, this is not a show truck, so this is we're gonna, like I said, wipe down with some alcohol today, and we're gonna put the trim pieces back on. I decided to leave the bumpers black, kind of the contrast of the black with the silver or the aluminum. I think it looks pretty good, so I decided I'm probably going to end up putting the trim back on it, including the fender flares, which I had originally thought I wouldn't, but I'm not going to be putting on a lift kit or anything, or replacing tires or wheels that would require me to cut the fenders yet, so I'll go ahead and put those trim pieces back on. So it's got some spots where that tape wasn't sticking on the paper cover for the windows that I'm gonna have to scrape and clean off some of that overspray. But it looks good. I was hesitant about just painting this cowl cover because it's, you know, the insert is black, of course, but that insert is actually, this cowl cover is cracked, and it's I plan to replace that in the future anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. And show you the front, and I'll do a shot of the roof. Hood looks pretty good. Besides the surface rust on the roof, the hood was really in the worst shape. It's a hair that's in there, and it's like I said, there are some imperfections. There's a spot right here that I don't know how I missed it, but didn't get sanded down enough. And the roof was the only place where I primed prior to painting, just because it did have the surface rust. But looks pretty good. Like I said, I'm happy with it. This is for the first time painting. I really couldn't be more satisfied with it. I might, you know, but that opinion might change the older I get, or, you know, the longer we go with it, or if the paint if it just doesn't hold up very well, you know, and we have to look at, that's part of the reason why I'm doing this project. It's like I have the paint to do touch-up coats. That stuff gets scratched or whatnot, so, but I think it looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and get the I'm going to start putting the trim and the lighting. I'm putting everything back on the vehicle. So, and some of those might need to get touched up. And I might pull some of these pieces off and off to figure out what I want to do as far as, we'll say, you know, kind of blackening these pieces up a little bit more. But I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with this. So again, no, it's not perfect, but saved a lot of money and got a lot of experience. So anyway, thanks for checking it out, and we'll see you guys soon. For those of you who may be wondering, Of course, I did not do, when I painted, I didn't do any of this interior stuff, door jambs or anything like that. I do plan on doing that. It's just the opportunity to do that is going to be better when I go to do some interior work. So, which is probably going to involve pulling out all the carpet and everything, because I wanted to put down some sound deadener, and it's just going to be easier to do the door jambs and whatnot when I do that. So that's my plan for that. So if any of you are wondering if I did any of that stuff during this particular paint project, no, I did not. I will, though, come in and I will at least do the edges of the doors and the hatch and the door jambs and everything. So. This license plate light cover is a little bit more of a complicated unit than I expected. The light bulb is in this little clear light housing. This gets attached to an inner piece, and then the cover actually gets attached onto that. So kind of interesting. Anyway, I just realized in order to get this in, I've got to undo this. So I know this is dirty, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not worried about it. But that light right there, it goes through this hole, and then it's going to get routed to this. So we'll go ahead and attach this to the body. These are retaining screws that hold in that light cover, are T25. Okay, so our windshield wiper and fluid piece. I know these aren't clean. These are all going to get cleaned up and repainted at a later time. Unlike the front windshield wipers, when you put this on, you've got a retaining nut that goes right here, and that one is 13 millimeter. But before we do that, we've got our wiper fluid hose, and it has to come, it's going to come from the bottom here, and then it has to go in, route through this spring, come out the side, and then it's going to run along the inside of the arm. Okay, and this clip sorry, took me a second to find it. This clip goes right here. Okay, like this, and the hose is going to connect there. Get that right? There's the spray. Oh. Yeah, because there's the spray port right there. So that's what we're gonna do. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish putting this thing back together, and I'll pick up the video once you guys, so you can see once everything's back on. So I'm not going to drag it out, and I'm expecting a phone call today. So anyway, thank you so much for checking out our videos. I hope you got something out of this painting project. Like I said, it's not perfect. There's little touch-ups I'm going to have to do, and I still got to scrape the windows and do all that stuff. But I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe and notification bell so you can find out when we got new stuff coming out. If you got any comments, suggestions, recommendations, questions, anything like that, just support, encouragement, love that too. Go ahead and leave that in the comments. I'd love to see it, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You guys take care. Thank you so much for following this series. I'll talk to you soon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other, and be safe.